Hello, third grade. So today we're going to learn about a new element of art called space. How do we use space in a landscape? And we're going to be drawing a polar bear landscape using positive and negative space. Space, as one of the classic 7 elements of art, refers to the distant areas around, between, or within components of a piece. Space can be positive or negative, open or closed, shallow or deep, and 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional. So two-dimensional means flat, 3-dimensional means it's popping out, it's in your face. Sometimes space isn't present within a piece, but an illusion of it is. So the illusion, that means 3-dimensional, the illusion of the work popping out at you. Negative space refers to the empty spaces the artists have created around, between, and within the subjects. Positive space refers to the main focus of the picture. What is the positive space and negative space of your polar bear landscape? Here is the polar bear landscape. Step 1. Draw the polar bear's eyes, nose, and mouth. Draw a circle and 2 dots near the middle of your paper at a nose and a mouth. So here's the picture. First, we're going to draw a circle with 2 dots for the mouth and the eyes. Light on your paper, you're going to draw a circle, and now you're going to make the eyes dark. And then you're going to draw another set of eyes. And then you're going to draw your nose, which is an oval shape. And a little square for the part of the mouth. And another small oval for the mouth. Step 2. Draw a big upside down U for the body. So here's an upside down U. So let's draw it over here. So this is a U shape. U shape for the body. Add 2 smaller ones for the arms. So let's draw it here. We're all going to go all the way down, light with the pencil, and go around and down. Now we're going to draw 2 oval shapes for the sides of the polar bear. Step 3, add ears and claws and use dots to give your polar bear a realistic effect. So this is one ear, and all I'm doing is drawing half the triangles. And here's the other ear of the polar bear. And now I'm going to draw claws. My claws are going to be round. And I'm going to draw 3 claws for each hand. And you see that they are half a small ovals for each side. So it's 3 and 3 on each side. And now I'm going to draw some dots. And see, I'm coloring in my dots. And they are clustered together. And now I'm going to do them around the bear's arms. Step 4 is to draw 5 mountains behind the polar bear. So look at the picture. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's draw the 5 mountains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Step 5. Color the mountains using crayons, color pencils, and or markers. Artist tip, you do not need to add the extra lines on the top. If you choose to add lines, please use different colors. So here is the picture. Here's the polar bear, and here are the mountains. Here is the lines in the sky. You do not need to add the lines in the sky. I will not be adding the lines in the sky. I'm also going to add more lines to the polar bear to give a realistic look on the sides of the polar bear and around the polar bear. The lines do not need to be perfect, they are spaced out. Okay. Go. So I'm going to take my first crayon and I'm going to outline. It doesn't matter what color crayon you use, and you're going to color every single mountain with a different color crayon, marker, or color pencil. Go. Okay. So as I'm coloring within the lines, but also I outlined each of the mountains. And I'm coloring slow. Also, I'm taking my crayon, I'm really pressing pretty firm to get that nice dark color. You really don't want to see any white spots either. I mean, there is a little bit, but not as much. And you want to keep pressing. And make sure that all of the mountains are colored in with different colors. You could also repeat a color like I'm doing here. The first mountain's blue and the last mountain is blue. So now I'm going to take a black crayon and I'm going to outline each of the mountains. Now if you don't have a black crayon, you can use a color pencil or a marker, or if you don't have any of those, then you can just leave this part out. This part is definitely optional. I have a black Sharpie for outlining the polar bear. If you do not have a black Sharpie or a black marker, you don't need to use that. You can use a crayon or color pencil, or you could just leave this part out. Now I'm just outlining first the polar bear's body. And see how I'm just making really thick lines. For the polar bear. And now I'm going to do the eyes. And the mouth part. Make sure you're going nice and slow. And I'm also coloring in the nose. And mouth. and the arms. And the hands. And outline the other arm. And once you're done with that, what you're gonna do is take your Sharpie or black marker or crayon, colored pencil, whatever material you have, and make dots on the sides, dots on the right side, dots in the arms, dots in the left arm, lines around the polar bear, and it does not need to be exactly the lines you drew before. The lines you have, you're going to be erasing if you're using marker. And if you're not using marker and you're using crayon, then you don't need to erase. And same with colored pencil, you don't have to erase, only the ones that are using the markers. What is the positive and negative space of your polar bear landscape? So here's our finishing polar bear landscape. So what is the positive and negative space? So is the polar bear the positive or the negative? And you'll write your answer below here if you print it out, or you can write your answer on the back. And the back should have your name. Important note, parents, please take a picture of the work, send to mromeo@embacad.org. Assignment due Friday, April 3rd. Only for students that have a computer. If you don't have a computer, just follow the steps below.